I don't think anybody really expected the Denver Broncos to be as good as they are this season. I mean, right now, Bo Nix is definitely proving that he is going to be their quarterback of the future. So today, I'm going to be building Bo Nix and the Denver Broncos, a super team, to see if they can win the Super Bowl. And I mean, as you're about to see, this offense is absolutely loaded. I mean, Bo Nix has weapons pretty much everywhere right now. I mean, obviously, we got Bo Nix as our quarterback, but for running back, I decided to go with Saquon Barkley, and we also still have Williams, and Justin Jefferson is wide receiver 1, Jamar Chase is wide receiver 2, Cortland Sutton is wide receiver 3, and wide receiver 4 is Marvin Mims. I mean, I feel like that wide receiver room is not going to play around this season, and you also can't forget about George Kittle at tight end, and he should also have a lot of time to get rid of the football because this O-line that we have right now is an absolute brick wall. But the thing is, I mean, the offense isn't even the best part about this team, because as you can see, literally every single starter on this defense is an X factor. I mean, that actually might be the best defense that I have ever built. But to start things off in week 1, we're gonna be going up against the Seattle Seahawks, and it looks like our top tier defense did do their job to start things off because they took Seattle off the field, but they had a crazy punt, so we're at the 1 yard line. I mean, it's obviously way too risky to put in the air right now, so I just gotta hope that Saquon can give us a first down so we can get out of this situation, because if we have to punt from here, the Seahawks are probably going to score. I mean, that would give them crazy good field position, but either way, 1 more yard and we have the first down, and it looks like Saquon is going to pick it up for us, so that's going to keep us on the field. I guess I'll try putting it in the air now. I mean, if we can get Jefferson open, that should go for a first down, but if Sutton can get away here, actually, Sutton honestly might have a massive play for us that could go for a touchdown, but we're going to get caught. I mean, either way, I cannot complain about that pickup right there, because that's going to put us on Seattle's side of the field, and I can already tell that this offense is just going to dominate all day. I mean, someone's always been open. I mean, with 26 yards to go, I'm just going to try and end it off right here, because if Jamar Chase can get any separation at all, oh, dude, we actually might have to keep this on the ground. I'm just going to keep it on the ground with Nix because everyone's kind of locked up. The way things are going right now, though, I mean, I feel like 1 more play should hopefully be enough to do it. And we're gonna throw an interception at the 6 yard line. I actually cannot believe that that is how our drive is gonna end. That should have been a touchdown, but I left the ball in the air for too much time. And I actually can't believe I'm about to say this, but we're coming back out here in the 4th quarter, and somehow this offense has not scored a single point all game long. So our chances of winning this are very low right now. I mean, I didn't think the Seahawks were going to pull off this upset, but it's really starting to look like this super team is going to start the season off with an L, which is honestly really alarming because I feel like that first drive was looking really good for us until we threw the interception. I mean, this is definitely not on our defense because 13 points is a pretty solid game from them. I feel that's going to be a dot to Jefferson. I mean, I'm not going to stop trying because this game isn't over yet, but we are going to need a lot of things to go our way. But if we can score a touchdown here, we are going to have a chance to get right back into this game, and it looks like Chase is going to be in the end zone, but we just couldn't find a way to get the ball back after that. So surprisingly enough, it looks like the Seahawks are going to be pulling off a massive upset in week 1. I mean, I feel like we need to find a way to bounce back in week 2 because you got to remember, we're in the same division as Patrick Mahomes. So if we want to win the division, I don't think we're going to be able to lose too many games, and it looks like things are going to be getting even more difficult in week 2 because now we have to play the Pittsburgh Steelers. And I mean, our offense struggled against Seattle's defense, so I don't even want to imagine what this defense is going to do to us. I mean, I'm just hoping that that first game was a fluke because this defense is probably the best defense in the NFL right now. But the thing is, we do have TJ Watt on our team now, so we don't need to worry about him anymore. I feel like we're probably going to have to rely on the passing game for this one, though, because I honestly don't think that this offense is going to, or not this offense, that Saquon's going to be able to do a whole lot on the run, just because Pittsburgh's run defense seems to be pretty dominant right now. I mean, every time I've tried to run the ball with Barkley so far, he's only got like 1 yard or he's lost yardage. That's a decent gain right there, though. Either way, though, I mean, we only got 4 yards, so it's still nothing crazy. So I feel like we're probably going to get the most out of passing the ball. I'm going to try and go for Jamar Chase, but it looks like he's kind of locked up. So we got to keep it on the ground again with Nix, who is going to have the first. I mean, we pretty much just got to keep going for short routes because these medium to long routes against this defense defense keep getting shut down. So I just gotta hope that we can find like a play like this and get a bunch of yardage off of it. I mean, that actually did go for a pretty solid gain. So if we can get one more like that, it should put us in the end zone. And it looks, oh, come on, that's gonna be close. But we are gonna have Justin Jefferson open. So that is gonna give the lead to the Denver Broncos. Coming back out here in the third quarter though, and it looks like things are looking a lot better in this game than it was last game, because we're up 21. Hold on, we're up 21-6 right now. I didn't really realize that Najee was going on the run there till the last second, so I thought he was gonna get away, but that stop is gonna bring up a third down. So one more stop and this defense is gonna force a 3 and out. I mean, so far we're looking pretty dominant, which I honestly expected heading into this game. And everybody's locked up. I did not mean to go down right there. That could have been an easy pick 6. I think I kind of like accidentally mashed X when I hit Y to intercept the ball, but either way, that's gonna set us up in perfect scoring position. And after that, it looks like we were able to close this game out. I mean, it looks like our offense was pretty dominant in this one, so that is definitely a good sign for this team. But after that, I went ahead and simmed to mid-season to see how this team was doing, and after that loss in week 1, it looks like we've been absolutely dominant. I mean, we beat the Panthers 55-0 in week 8, so that is definitely a dominant win, and it looks like we're going to be taking on the Baltimore Ravens, who are 8-0 right now. So this should honestly be a really good game, because whoever wins this is going to have the #1 seed for the time being. And so far, this has been a pretty defensive battle. I mean, we stopped the Ravens on their first drive, and they stopped us on our first drive, so I'm hoping that we can switch things up and get in the end zone here. I feel like we can probably take advantage of the middle of the field against this team, though, because Roquan Smith and Kyle Hamilton are on our defense now, so we don't got to worry about them. I'm pretty sure that's going to be illegal contact on the defense. Apparently, there was a holding call, though, so that's going to be coming back. Our O-line has really been screwing us with the holding calls today, because we already had a touchdown called back because of holding.
Flashback.
Dude, that could go for a touchdown right there. If Sutton can bring this in, that's gonna be a dot, but there is a flag.
End of flashback.
That's gonna bring up a second down too, so we need to find a way to get 20 yards in 2 plays, or we're gonna be getting taken off the field again. We have George Kittle wide open though, so that's a massive gain. That was a weird throw from Nix too, but he absolutely launched that thing, man. So that's gonna bring the ball all the way to the 27. I'm waiting, and we do have Jefferson open last second, so that's gonna set us up. I mean, with 4 yards to go, I'm just gonna try and end it off with Saquon, and hopefully our O-line can hold up this time. I mean, no more holding calls is what we need. That is gonna make things interesting though, because now it's 3rd and goal since he couldn't get the touchdown there. I guess Jamar's probably gonna be our best option. He has nobody on him either, so that's gonna be a touchdown. I mean, that was blown coverage completely. That was probably the easiest touchdown that we're gonna score today. We're coming back out here in the 4th quarter though, and it looks like this game has not changed much at all. I mean, it's been really defensive because we're only down by 1 point, but we don't have a whole lot of time on the clock right now. I mean, we did just hit the 2-minute warning, which honestly I kind of like, because we have all 3 timeouts if we need to use them, and that gives me an opportunity to just burn as much time off the clock as I can, and hopefully we can end this thing off with a last-second game-winning touchdown, because if we score, we do not want to give Lamar Jackson an opportunity to get back in this thing. We got struck with another holding call after that, so that big play is gonna come back. Those like holding calls are really starting to pile up on this team right now. Thankfully, Kittle's still gonna have the first. Our O-line needs to be better though, man. I mean, I get this is a really hard defense to play against, but it seems like we've been getting like a bunch of penalties in this game, which is kind of odd for us, because up to this point, I feel like we really haven't been getting a whole lot of penalties this season. But anyways, I feel like keeping it on the ground is our best option here, and it looks like Nix is gonna have the first. We might have let too much time run off of the clock though, because we only have 14 seconds left in this game now, but it looks like we're gonna have Jefferson open, but he's still not gonna be in. I'm really hoping we can get in here, because we only have 8 seconds left, so we really only have time for 2 more plays, and it looks like Jefferson's gonna be there for the touchdown. So at the very least, that is gonna tie this game up at 13. This is the important part though. I mean, we gotta make sure that our kicker doesn't miss the PAT, and it looks like it is gonna be through, so that should be enough to give us the dub. I mean, now we just gotta make sure that Lamar doesn't pull off some type of miracle and get a Hail Mary to work out for us. I'm gonna try and get to him with Myles Garrett. We do not want to give this guy a lot of time with the football, and we are gonna end it with a sack. Or I guess I spoke too soon. They still have 1 second left on the clock, so Lamar is gonna get one more play out of this, And I'm really, if they win this game, I mean, oh yeah, that ends it. That ends it. Okay, we're good. Actually don't know what I would have done if they somehow found a way to win that thing, but that is going to be a massive win for the Denver Broncos because we're going to hand the Baltimore Ravens their first loss of the season. But after that, we went ahead and simmed to week 13 for one more game before I simmed to the playoffs, and we have still been on a tear. I mean, we've won 11 straight now because we are 11-1, and we're going to be taking on the Browns, who are 4-7. So I feel like this is a game that we definitely should win, and we need to win it because Baltimore is still only a one-loss team. So far, though, I mean, this has been an odd game, man. I mean, it's 3-0 right now in the third quarter, which is kind of brutal for this offense. I mean, the defense is balling, which I honestly expect from them at this point because they've been insane against every team that we've played this year, but I don't know what's going on with the offense, man. I mean, this defense does not have Zadarius Smith anymore. He's on the Lions, and obviously they don't have Myles Garrett either because he's on our defense. So the only player I'm really worried about on Cleveland is Denzel Ward, and I know damn well he is not doing all of this by himself. So maybe our offense is just having another off game, which I can honestly let slide because we have won 11 straight, which is absolutely insane. That's going to be an absolute dot, though, to Jamar. And apparently he got struck with unnecessary roughness after that as well. So that brings the ball all the way to the 9-yard line. I'm going to try and punch it in with Saquon, who's been pretty useless up to this point. I mean, I shouldn't say he's been useless because he has had a pretty solid season, but in the games that we have played, he's been pretty useless because we've gone up against the Ravens and the Steelers, and it's always hard to run the ball against those teams. But that's going to go for a touchdown from Barkley to give us a 2-score lead. And after that, it looks like we were able to close things out. I mean, we did a lot better in the second half, but still, 17-7 is a lot closer than I thought this game was gonna be. But after that dub right there, I mean, we have a 12-1 record, so we're already guaranteed a playoff spot. I'm just hoping that we can hold on to the #1 seed. And after losing the first game of the season, the Broncos managed to win 16 in a row because we're gonna go 16-1 to win the division and get the #1 seed. We needed every single win because the Ravens also went 16-1. So Baltimore is a problem that I really don't want to run into later, but to end off his rookie season with a super team, Bo Nix absolutely balled out. I mean, this might be one of the greatest rookie seasons of all time because he had 4,300 yards for 46 touchdowns and only 8 interceptions. But to start off the postseason, we're going to be taking on Patrick Mahomes and the Kansas City Chiefs, and it looks like Kansas City is going to get absolutely ran over. But of course, now we have to play the Ravens for a trip to the Super Bowl. I mean, 2 16-win teams going at it in the playoffs is something you really don't see too often. I might be wrong, but now that I think about it, this honestly might be the first time that this has ever happened. But anyways, I thought Baltimore was actually going to be really tough to go up against because they put up a fight the first time we played them, but so far it looks like we have been in firm control of this game because we're up 17-0 in the third quarter right now, and so far Barkley's been playing really good. I mean, we weren't able to do a whole lot with him in the first game against the Ravens, but we've been doing a lot more with him in this one. It's looking like he is probably going to go over 100 yards for the game. I mean, it's already a 3-score lead for the Broncos, which is crazy enough, but if we can score here and make it a 4-score lead, we honestly might put this thing away early. I'm just going to keep running simple routes though, because the last thing that I want to do is throw an interception and let Lamar Jackson right back into this game. That should be another first down though. Jefferson is going to have it. I mean, he's barely going to have it, but he got the first down, so that's all that matters. I'm going to try and end it off right here, though. If Jefferson can get open over the middle, that could go for a touchdown, and it looks like he is going to be in for the score. And as I said, I mean, I feel like that touchdown should honestly be enough to put this thing away. I mean, Lamar Jackson did score a touchdown, so we're not going to get the shutout, but we dominated all game, man. So that is a big dub to send us to the Super Bowl. But anyways, to end off year #1, MVP is going to be going to Patrick Mahomes, which seems to happen a lot, but our rookie quarterback, Bo Nix, is going to come second place in the votings, which is absolutely insane. And considering that, I mean, obviously this guy is going to win Rookie of the Year. And in the Super Bowl, it looks like we're going to be going up against the Green Bay Packers, who are 10-7. And don't get me wrong, Green Bay is a good team, but against this defense, I really don't think they're going to be too threatening today. I mean, this defense should be able to just dominate them all game long. And we did score first, so we're up 7-0. So if we can get a stop here, here. Oh, we're gonna leave dude wide open, but it looks, oh, that was close. I thought we were gonna pick that off. I mean, if he threw that a bit earlier, that probably would have worked out for him. The pass rush didn't really give him an opportunity to get the ball off, and it looks, no way, hold on, we're gonna barely stop him. He almost got the first down, but our defense is gonna get a nice 3-and-out to give us the ball back. So now we have a chance to go up by 2 scores, which I wouldn't say that's gonna do a whole lot for us yet, because it's only the second quarter right now, but either way, a 2-score lead would be huge for us, and that's gonna be a first down from Sutton. Kind of tempted to go for a shot here, but I don't really want to try to do anything too risky, so I'll probably just end up going for Jamar Chase here. Actually, we might have to keep this on the ground with Nix because everybody seems to be locked up. That's one of the good things about Bo Nix, though. I mean, that guy's got some legs on him. So if you need to run, you can definitely go on the run with him. We're going to have Jefferson open this time, though. So that is going to work out for a first down for us. One player I really haven't done a whole lot with today is George Kittle, so I might try and go for him, and it looks like he's gonna have a massive pickup, so that's gonna set us up. I mean, at this point, one more solid play could be enough to put us in the end zone, so I'm gonna see if we can get this route with Jefferson to work, and there is nobody on him, so that's gonna be another big touchdown from Jefferson, which is gonna give the Broncos a 2-score lead. And by the looks of it, just as I expected, Green Bay was not too much of a threat for us. I mean, we're gonna take it with a 2-score win, so it looks like the Denver Broncos and their super team are gonna be getting the job done. I mean, the crazy thing is if we didn't lose that game in week 1, this team would have gone undefeated, because after that L, we did not lose a single game. And the fact that Bo Nix was so close to winning an MVP in his rookie season is also pretty nuts. But as you can see, to end things off, Bo Nix and the Denver Broncos are gonna be hoisting a well-deserved Lombardi trophy to end off the video. But that's gonna do it for this one. If you guys enjoyed the video, make sure to leave a like and subscribe. It'd really help out the channel. And if you have any video ideas, feel free to drop them down below. I'll try to get to as many of them as I can. And while you're down there, make sure you check out my socials. I got everything linked in my description below. But other than that, I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace out.